one. Okay, let's start the class. So today's title is a finger to toe. So some has a request for some wrist stretch, hamstring stretch, shoulder stretch. So we try to do something simple so everyone can do at home when you're free. So to loosen up at the same time strengthening the joints, especially the wrist, the shoulder, the hip, the knee, the ankle. As let's say we want to lengthen the whole hamstring at the same time. So sit, straight leg, sit tall. Now I find it a bit difficult to straight this sitting in this position. Maybe you want to take blocks and sit on the block will be much more easier for the hamstring. So 1 or 2 blocks higher is easier for the hamstring. So you can straighten the leg all the way without any bending on the knees. So from the side right here. So it's much more relaxed to lengthen the back of the hamstring. Okay, sit taller is fine with the block or without the block is totally fine. If you can straighten the leg all the way at ease, then add on without the blocks. Okay, now sit on. Now roll shoulder back, press the palm down. If you are sitting on the block, extend the finger by the side so the finger is reaching towards the floor. Now try to lengthen, elongate the spine, keeping the neck neutral. Now point the toe to the front, flex the toe towards you. Continue to do that. Forward, 10, stand, stand. Now flex it away. So as you see, as I point, I want to stretch from the front here. And as I flex, I want to squeeze and activate the quads. Okay, point and flex. Continue to breathe. So if you do at home, how long do you need to do this one? Now until you feel the ankle is a bit fatigued and warm up. And you can feel all the way towards the quads. Very good. Now I'm going to maintain the toe pointed tension in tight. Keep point, very, very active, pointing the toes. Feel the sensation on the toes, towards the ankle, towards the hamstring, all tension up. Lengthen the superficial front line of the lower body. Now slowly flex the toe towards you. Okay, tension the quads very, very tight. At the same time, sit tall. The more you tension the quads, the more the hamstring will be released. So lesser tension on the below knee. Continue to breathe. Feel the hip you up. Good, and soften it. Now toe together to the point. Then you slowly circle it. As big as you can. Slow and control. Increase the range of motion on the ankle joint. So you can do this whenever you are free, like watching your TV program. Okay, want to feel until the whole ankle is fatigue. Change direction. And to the center now. Check the calf muscle. So I'm pressing very tight up and down to loosen all the fascia along the calf muscle and the hamstring. Although it's simple, it's quite tiring at the same time. Very good, and relax. Okay, now slowly, I want you to bend your leg. Okay, slightly wider than your hips. Okay, apart. Don't with the block, maybe you can remove the block and sit on the floor, okay? Okay, now finger by the side. Okay, now slowly move both knees towards the right side. Now if you cannot reach the floor, it's fine. Then turn it to the left side. Okay, continue to do that. Now flex the toes to keep the ankle active. Okay, increase the range on the hip joint, a bit on the knee joint. At the same time, you are tensioning the shoulder joint and the wrist joint. So you see my toe is always flexed. The same, I want to work until feel the sensation on the hip joint. A bit sour to warm it up. Now I'm going to stay on the right side. Okay, stay here. Now try to press the left side of the butt towards the floor. Then release it. Now how far you can go does not matter. So as you compress down, you can feel the activation on the side oblique left. Good. Now I'm going to stay stationary as deep as you can. So it will keep the tension from the ankle, the knee, all the way towards the hip. Okay, keep it active, pushing the leg against the floor as you try to bring the buttock down towards the floor. Can you feel? A little bit. So everyone will feel differently. So for mine is quite tight, so I feel a lot. Okay, if you are more flexible on the joint, maybe you don't feel much there, it's but a little bit more gentle. Okay, constantly breathe. So remember, it's still actively engaging the muscle. Good. Then slowly release it. Take a time. And to the other side. So once they're down here, now this time the right buttock. Slowly and release. So both sides is totally different. Okay, this side, mine is a bit more tight. Okay, you have to stay stationary. Okay, feel the isometric contraction. Continue to breathe. Keep working on it. Try to go a little bit more deeper, back a little bit more deeper. And slowly release it. Okay, bring your soul together. Okay, now separate the heel and the hips like a diamond shape here. Okay, hand by the side. Okay, pressure on the sole together. Okay, then just shake the knee by the side, the butterfly flip. Yes, you can use the leg to press down also. Just now that's your exercise. Okay, likewise you can use your hand also. Bounce it up and down. Okay, now come to stationary. Okay, now on the outer edge of the sole, push towards each other tight. Then try to widen the hip to press the knee down by the side. Now if you need to, you can use your body weight. Press. Okay, actively pushing down. Constantly breathe. Now likewise, if it's very tight, it's a bit high, it's okay. It does not matter. Slowly increase the range of the joint. Lean the body weight forward. can feel the leg is giving way. Push more on the arms. And release. Now slowly close. Bend knee together. Okay, very good. Okay, now just straighten the right leg to the front. Okay, now sit taller. Now bring the left heel slightly to the outer side towards the buttock. Now if you need to use your block to support the hand, now push down to lean forward. Then release it down. Now keep the both leg active, flexing the toe, engage your quads. Okay, push down and lean forward. Okay, if you need to go higher, you can carry on to do it higher. Now you want to feel the extension from the artery tendon towards the hamstring, so it's towards the calf muscle. Good. Now I'm going to hold on the front. Okay, push and lean forward. So you are trying to stretch from the toes on the base of the sole towards the calf muscle. Lean the way to the front. Okay, push, actively pushing down. Breathe. Lean forward more. Increase the flexion on the ankle at the same time. Now if your heel is slightly lifted, it's fine. Tiring.
Hand strength more than
Yeah.
hand very tight.
You need the heel strength to support also. Okay, you want to hold until the whole leg is fatigued. The arm is fatigued, the shoulder is fatigued. Constantly breathe. So as this part is more lengthened, it helps on the downward dog also heel pressing down towards the floor. Yeah, you feel the shin also correct? Yes, it goes all the way up here. Okay, everyone feel differently. So normally if you feel the shin, that means the shin is a bit tight also. And slowly release it down. Take a time. And straighten the legs. Okay, take it up. Now shake it side to side. Now change over on the right leg. So bring the right heel slightly outer side. So the buttock is away already towards the heel. Okay, towards the butt. Now bring your block behind. So lower is shorter on the arms. Higher is easier on the arms. It's more longer. Okay, flex the toe on the left. Push and lift. Lean to the front. Then slowly bring it back. Push. So you see I'm bringing my whole body towards the right tight. I want to increase the range of the motion of the ankle joint, lengthening the superficial on the right leg, on the back of the right. You may feel different on both legs. One is more tighter, it's quite normal. Okay, we're going to hold stationary to the front. Okay, take your adjustment, push and lean to the front. Okay, this will help to improve your squat also with the heel on the floor. Remember, we used to do the pistol pose with the hand on the leg is the same. So once the ankle is more strong, then you can maintain here to pull the legs up. Okay, keep pushing the foot down and lean the way to the front. Hold there.
Wow, that was so sweat.
It's simple but tiring. Breathe more. And slowly release. Okay, straighten your legs. Shake it out. Detect the muscle. Okay, good. So now take your blocks. 1 or 2 is fine. 2 will be higher for those if the hamstring is very tight, or 1 for those are not so tight. So if you are quite relaxed on the hamstring, then no blocks onto the buttock. You can choose yourself. Okay, so from here, just bend the left leg first to the side. Okay, pressing the sole into the inner thigh, right? Okay, push it in. The more you push it, you will help to protect the knee on the left side. So imagine it's squeezing the heel towards the butt, then pressing it down to the inner thigh of the right, like a tree pose. So pressure towards the midline, activate the different line. Flexing the toe here. Now keep extending to the front, slowly, gradually. So now we're working on the right hamstring. Okay, lean forward a little bit more, but a little bit more, or hold hand on the leg for a fold. So if you are using the block, it will be something like that. So you squeeze the knee in and push it against the inner thigh. Then you use the gravity to help you to push to the front. Okay, stay there. Okay, so you be more on the right side hamstring. Stay and breathe. So it's actually pushing and pulling. Okay, so if you are sitting on the block, you must push more tight so the leg will not drop towards the floor. Okay, tension it tight. and lean the front. Okay, gradually pull it deeper and deeper. Okay, use your hand to pull onto the ball and foot here. So you are stretching all the way from the toe to the back of the sole. Okay, from the artery tendon, your calf, then towards the hamstring. So remember to squeeze the quads tighter. If not, you feel a lot of strain under the knees. Okay, pull it tight here. Now for those that go a little bit more deeper if you want to, now use the block on top of the heel. Okay, remember to engage the quad, so avoid of hyperextending on the knee. Okay, hold and breathe. So it's actively stretching and pulling. Breathe, breathe, breathe. At the same time, lengthen your spine a little bit more. You can move a little bit left, a little bit right to create more space there. See, now those are more comfortable. You see, I'm going to bring my forehead towards the shin or beyond the shin towards the floor to feel the sensation. So I can shift the other side. So from here, keep it lengthened, stomach, instead of rolling, okay, keep it lengthened. Okay, the simple way is to, without the block on the heel, extend the arm and lean to the front. You can feel the same extension there. And those you can go a little bit more, use your hand, pull on the ball of foot. So the idea is to tension the whole back line of the lower limbs and pull it forward. Okay, and bring closer and closer. Forehead to the shin, or can shift the hip to the inner side and bring it towards the floor to increase the tension on the hamstring. Right, breathe. Squeeze the quads. Okay, remember how the quads is activated. Squeeze and tighten. So push down, squeeze. Push down and squeeze it down. Very, very active on the quads. Constantly breathe. And slowly lengthen. Okay, remove the block if you are using the block and shake it out. So we are only using one leg to do the hamstring first. So normally single leg is much easier to lengthen it, at the same time strengthen the opposite muscle. Okay, tap it out. Good, now change over. So now the right leg, okay, squeeze inward first. So we want to create the projection on the knee, then open from the hip, pressing the inner thigh, push it inward. So tension it away. So you see, if I lift my leg away, it will stay stuck there. Okay, pressing it very, very tight to activate the different line. Now, if you need to sit on the block or the block on front of your heel to lift it up, so increase the tension. Lengthen to the front. You can hold it here for a while. Now you want to feel it lengthening from the back of the lower back, the glutes, the hamstring towards the calf. Then all the way tension it will. So you can add on from here. See, I'm going to pull from here. So you add on the tension, the whole back line. Then gradually pull a little bit more deeper, but a little bit more deeper. Now keep the whole left quad active. Now once you're more confident, bring your forehead to the shin or beyond the shin. Constantly breathe. Remember to adjust yourself. Go to where you feel comfortable enough to hold longer. Not to overstretch it if you cannot go too deep. Okay, it takes time, patience and practice. If you can, try to do every day. And slowly release. Okay, remove the block. Shake it out. Tap the sit. Okay, very good. Okay, so we have completed the lower body. We're going to shift it higher, okay, towards the shoulder. Okay, so in a kneeling position, now I want to take 2 blocks. Okay, bring your knees under the hips. Okay, knee wider than the hips. Okay, now slowly rest the elbow against the block. So you see, from the knee to the hip in a straight line towards the ceiling. Elbow against the block, now palms together. Now think of widening the shoulder to the side. So if when you show it on the front, so from here you can see now I'm pushing my elbow away to the side to widen the shoulder. Pushing the elbow to the side, widen the shoulder, at the same time you lengthen the chest. Okay, actually pushing away and lengthen the chest. You want to feel the tension build up on the shoulder joint. You want to widen the hip at the same time, pushing the knee away, the grounding. Now feel the hip is widening, widen to the side. The shoulder is widened to the side. You just steadily feel the body slowly sinking towards the floor. Now how far does not matter. You want to feel the shoulder joint, your hip joint expansion to the side. Wait. Breathe. So remember, it's not passive, it's actually pushing down and away. So you can see the arms already. Remember we did the foundation on the grounding, the knee is down. So push down and push away. Ground and push away. You don't really move a lot, but it's like ground down and push it away. By doing this action, the tension built on the outer side here, you will keep the hip widening. You can actually feel the buttock is separating to the side, widening. At the same time, the elbow press it down, widen to the side more. Okay, stay there and breathe. Okay, remember it's not resting, it's actually pushing away. And allow the chest to go deeper towards the floor. Widen the knee, widen the elbow and the shoulder. Create a space under the armpit. Now we'll try to do a little bit of decompression on the spine. Okay, keep pushing the knee, pushing the elbow to the side. Okay, if you push more, you feel the hips widening and the shoulder widening. Constantly breathe. Good. Now I'm going to shift the weight more to the right side and the left arm onto the floor. So now use the left arm to push more towards the right side. So you see my right arm is still up, elbow on the floor. Now I'm going to shift my weight. See, I'm using my body weight to tension the right side shoulder more. Breathe. You can feel the tension from the shoulder joint all the way to the side of the rib cage, towards the waist on the right side, towards the hip on the right side. Okay, the knee is still pushing, widening to side, opposite direction. Good, now change over. Left elbow support, right palm to the side, then push towards the left. The knee is still working, pushing, widening to the hip. Okay, both sides slightly different sensation. Now at the same time, you feel the stretching of the serratus. Okay, work right on it, the knee. And slowly relax. Take your time. Straighten. Very good. Okay, now from here, we're going to go down towards the wrist and the finger. Now we start with the wrist first, spread the finger. Now if you need to, fold your mat or fold towel under the knees. Okay, now spread the finger wide as you can. Okay, grip the fingertips and release it. So you're pushing down against the floor, grip and release. Okay, imagine now my palm is on the floor. So I'm going to push away and grip. Push away So it's using the body weight to push it down against the floor, then you grip against it. Okay? Pressure it. So at the same time, you can work on the knee grounding also, still pushing down the knee and expand it away to the side. So you see, the more I squeeze, the knuckle will curl up. You want to feel the weight pressing down onto the base of the palm. So we're going to add on the strength on the fingertips. So every time you do your downward dog or even your handstand, so this is how you want to feel on a finger. Very actively pushing down and gripping it. Okay, on the big thumb, squeeze it towards the index finger. Activate the deep front line. So the gripping will help you to balance more into your handstand. Okay, very good. Now I'm going to lift the palms away, just the fingertip support. Okay, grip all the fingertips, push and hunch it back. Now keep isometric contraction on the fingertips. Now if you got long nail, then it's a bit difficult. So ideally you want to focus on the tip, the fingertip here. Okay, pressing against the floor. But if you have long fingernail, that is a bit difficult. Now to add on the tension, so you're on your all four, tap the toe. Now push more to lift the knee away slightly to add on the weight. So you see my back is rounded, my shoulder is protracted. My neck got hole already. Your neck got hole already, what you say? It's very, very fatiguing. Okay, and slowly release it down. Okay, good. Okay, now tap the toes. Okay, sit on the heel. So now do a little bit of tension on the toes, but this one you want to keep the lower body in passive. That means we do a bit of in on the toes, the ankle. Okay, now focus on the hand. Okay, so in this position, now those you still find it difficult on this pole, you can actually take a block. Okay, sit the weight on the block, so lesser pressure onto the ankle, but it's good to keep the ankle tension. Okay, now meet all the fingers together. Okay, now I want you to press the weight on the fingertips. Stretch it out. Okay, now so the right press towards the left. Then release it. The left press over to the right. Yes, correct. Pressure in more. Pressure in more. Extend where you can reach. Okay, the finger play a very important part in your handstand balancing. So it's constantly pushing down and gripping against the floor. Especially if you want to floor, the more you grip, the more you can stable your body. So we are doing the yin and yang now. So the lower body is the yin, the upper body is the yang. Okay, now hold totally onto the left. See, and actually you can use your palm to add on the body weight to press it down. So this is actually the same, normally we do this one, but it's lesser pressure onto the forearms here. Just focus more onto the finger. Who cry already? Painful, huh? Okay, change over. I've seen those very flexible on the wrist joint. The finger actually can all the way touch towards the arms. But those are super flexible. But normal range that will be fine already. Okay, now for the thumb. Okay, pressure the thumb down. The other side. Good. Okay. Now fist squeeze it tight and circle it. So the leg is still doing yin. So no tension on the lower body. Just allow the gravity to pull it down. Okay, rotate the wrist. Okay, remember this is very good for the wrist, especially those are very tight wrists. Squeeze the fist tight together. Now reverse direction. Okay, you want to feel until the whole wrist is soft. Feel the sensation. Very good. Okay, good. Now slowly press the palm down into alpha, lift the butt away. Okay, you can relax the toe down. Okay, so you are releasing the toe already. So your shoulder under the wrist, knee under the hip. Okay, the same on the leg. Ground the knee, push it away. Okay, ground the palm, push it away. Now circular on the whole four joint. The wrist joint, the knee. Okay, at the same time, the shoulder and the hip. Okay, bigger circle. Increase the range of the motion. Okay, you should feel much more easier already. Okay, change direction. So I'm keeping a neutral spine. Feel the four corners of your palm and your knee. And bring it to the center. Okay, turning your finger to the side. Okay, pressure it. Now this time you want to hunch and protract it, pull in the navel, lean side to side. Okay, increase a little bit by a little bit. So the fingertip have to work, huh? Push down and grip. Okay, active. Good, now to the center. Okay, now turn your finger external rotation towards the back. Okay, grip the fingertip, micro bend at elbow. Sit back and lean to the front. So this one is exactly you are doing a level 4. To lengthen the forearms and at the same time strengthen it. Okay, remember to keep the elbow micro bend so you are not locking the elbow. At the same time increase the flexion on the wrist, strengthening the fingertips. Okay, grip the fingertip. Good. Now turn the palm facing up, one by one. So you want to push it down, widen the shoulder, widen the knee, pulling the navel tight. So it's the whole body here. Okay, just lean back and forward. Create the tension on the wrist. Okay, you can add on squeezing the fingertips and release it. Okay, if you want to add on the weight, tuck the toe, lift the knees slightly away. So we are going to stretch the wrist at the same time strengthen the wrist. So if you got a stronger wrist, so next time if accidentally you fall, okay, the hand can support well and protect the wrist. And bring it down. Okay, relax the toe and sit back. Rotate the wrist. So you can do every day is better lah. Chin direction. And can shake it out. Okay, for the final one. Okay, now we're going to work deep on the hamstring. Okay, take your blocks. Wear your socks. I'm going for the split. So, go out of your mat, okay, with the block support. Okay, now starting with the right leg forward, left leg backward in your line position. Now slowly tension the back leg up. Okay, now push the knee to the front, tighten it. Then push the heel back and slowly straighten the right leg. Now lift up the toe, tension on the heel, then forward swing. Then bend the knee again. Push to the front. Push the back, straighten the leg. Then to the fold. Then repeat. Now gradually you want to extend the leg a little bit more. See, I'm pushing the leg a little bit more. Then pull it back. Lean to the front. Lean to the back. Tension the quads. Okay, if you can go deeper a little bit more, then push and lift it up. Okay, so you're working from your finger towards the toe. Okay, slide away. Pull it back. Constantly breathe. Forward. Backward is totally active. Huh? Okay, pressure the palm to push it away. Okay, if you are more relaxed already, you can without the block. Okay, 3 more time. Last one. Now I'm going to maintain where you are. So if you need to take the block, take the block. Keep the leg active. Okay, you can maintain tall, lengthen the spine. Keep hips square to the front. Or you can go a little bit more deeper. Hands on the floor. You may want to shift side to side to loosen up the hip joint a little bit more. Actively holding into the pose. Constantly breathe. Good. Lengthen. Okay, bring your legs back into downward dog. Widen the chest, widen the hip. Breathe. Now change over. Left leg forward. Okay, you can use the block, will be easier. Forward push. Backward push. Straighten the leg. Take a fold. Continue to do that. Gradually increase the length. Three more times. Last one. Hold it there. Now just work on the range. How far you can go does not matter. Slowly hand support. Bring the legs back. Okay, now remove the socks first. You can go back to your mat for more support. Okay, now open your feet to the side. Now slowly bend the knee sideways, push the palms in the chest. Open up the inner thigh. Now straighten your legs. Okay, push the palm, push your feet wide from the shoulder, lengthen the spine. Okay, you can shift the hip side to side. Create a space under the armpit. Constantly breathe. Okay, the fingertip, keep it active. Every exhalation, pull navel deep to the spine. Okay, if you can flex the toe away from the floor. Pressure on the outer edge of the sole to widen the hips. And slowly, knee down soft. Relax the toe. And back up towards the heel. Forehead down, elbow down. Chapo, relax. Along the lower back. To retract slowly. Good. Now walk your hands towards the right side. Twist the whole trunk all the way. How far you can go is okay. And to the other side. And slowly crawl back to the center. Now keep your body totally passive. Allow the lower back to retract slowly. And slowly to top. Long shoulder back and down. Shift the body weight onto the sitting bone. So today we cover on the finger activation. So remember, every time when you press the palm down, push down and grip. Grip as tight as you can to activate the arm line. Okay, widening the shoulder to the side to activate the side, the serratus. So the knee when down on the floor is pushing downward and try to press and widen it to the side. It doesn't really move back, it's just that from the ankle point here, you got to shift the weight to the outer side here. Okay, you want to feel the hip is expanding to the side. So the body all direction expand to keep it very, very stable. So for those who want to work on the wrist, if your wrist is always weak and painful, these are the exercises you need to do. For those hamstring tight, you can do this one. So always work on single leg first, then the other leg. Then go straight away go both legs, because both legs is very tight, because both sides is not evenly balanced for some, so you might find it more difficult. So doing one by one first, then you do the both sides will be better. Okay, so any more requests, please let me know. So I will see you tomorrow. Namaste. Bye bye.